this Toastmasters meeting to order. I think we're going to have a very fun Toastmasters meeting tonight. We have this meeting, and we will have a meeting next week. We will have it at the California Suite. So that will be a lot of fun. So it will be during finals week. And that will be the last meeting for 2012. So, but we have this meeting, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So first, I would like to pledge allegiance to the flag. So please stand up. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, you may be seated. All right, now I'd like to go into the inspirational thought. And this is a quote that I found a couple of months ago. It's by Hemingway, if I'm remembering right. But it's a really great quote. And the quote is, "There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow men. True nobility is being superior to your former self." And I really like that quote because it's very easy to compare yourself to maybe famous actors or really people that have done a lot of great things. And you might think of yourself as, oh, I'm so small, I haven't really done much. But in actuality, if you can kind of compare yourself to your own self 2 or 3 years ago, and you notice that there has been growth in whatever that may be, maybe in a sport, maybe in your socialness, or just overall as a person, you can actually see that you really have grown. And that's really the most important thing. It's not so much comparing yourself to other people, but comparing yourself to your old self. So moving on, since we have no guests, I will move on to the educational spotlight. So this is a pretty important one. I think we need to improve on this sometimes because it really just helps the positive vibe at Toastmasters. I feel like we have a very good positive vibe here, but we can always improve it. And one is just be sure to clap whenever someone comes up and when someone sits down for anything. Just be sure to clap all the way. It generally just keeps a really positive vibe. And there's been a few times over past meetings where someone will come up and there'll be almost nobody clapping. And it looks a lot better when everybody is clapping. Alright, so now moving on, I would like to introduce our Toastmaster of the evening, Thomas.
Yeah!
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and no guests. This is going to be a very exciting meeting as our theme is Wild West. And I forgot my cowboy hat at home. I first would like to introduce our joke master for the evening, which is Lee. Lee, can you stand up and tell us your role?
Just a short, quick joke. Hope it's funny.
Awesome. Well, come on up, Lee.
Very short. One of my favorite joke. I think I made it up. Pretty sure I made it up. Does anybody know why the 4 Christians bought the Honda together? I think brain cells frying in everybody's brain. They all wanted to be in one accord.
Next, I would like to introduce the General Evaluator, which is Mark. Mark, can you please stand up and tell us your role?
Yes. I'm the General Evaluator tonight. I'll introduce the evaluators and as well give the timing report and the grammarian report. Facilitate those.
Awesome, thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce our grammarian for the evening, which is Justin. What else going on?
Am I coming up?
No, just stand up and tell us your role.
Sorry. I'm going to be looking at grammar, word usage, sentence structure. And I'm going to be reporting the mistakes people make. And at the end, we'll all give a correction and report on the amount of misuse. So.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
Next, I'd like to introduce our Wizard of Oz, which is Kayla. Kayla, can you please stand up and tell us your role?
As the Wizard of Oz, I will keep track of the filler words that people use in their speech tonight. Words like so, and I'll report at the end of the meeting.
As a timer for the evening, I'll be timing the speeches, evaluations, and table topics, and making sure all of our participants meet the time constraints.
Awesome, thank you. And next, we have our most awesome part, but Aaron can describe. Next, I'd like to introduce Aaron, who's in charge of the table topics. Aaron, can you please stand up and tell us your role?
I will be asking questions for you unsuspecting victims to answer in a 1 to 2 minutes, and please try to use our word of the day, which is gregarious.
And I like how we have this printed out and everything. It's really cool. Our first speaker for the evening is Masood, but he looks like he's not here. In that case, we're going to move on to our second speaker for the evening.
What?
Which is Doug. And Doug, what is your...
How'd I do?
Very good, very good. Our speaker is Doug Levine. He has been a Toastmasters for 4 years and is currently our area governor. So welcome our governor.
Yeah.
His speech tonight will be one that will be especially helpful for us since we are still a baby club. So we're going to feel all ears, bro. He is applying his speech to an advanced communications manual, Project 1, the briefing. Very interesting. His speech is 8 to 10 minutes long. His objectives of his speech are applying key terms in preparation organization material,